You probably clicked on this video because your Amaryllis looks like this one. It was pretty when you bought it, or it was given to you, and now you want to try growing it until it blooms again. They are easy to get to bloom. Others of you may be wondering why I'm calling this plant an Amaryllis. Botanists have been confused for many years as to which plant species should be called Amaryllises and which ones shouldn't. They have decided that there are two African species of plants that will have the genus Amaryllis, and about 100 species of Central and South American species that will be given the genus Hippeastrum. Unfortunately, over the decades that they've been figuring this out, the rest of us have been calling these flowers Amaryllises. There are over 600 named hybrids and varieties that we call Amaryllis that are officially in the Hippeastrum genus. Now that we have that out of the way, let's discuss growing them. They come from tropical areas that have wet and dry seasons. When we buy them, they're very often dry and dormant, or just beginning to bloom. In the future, the best time to plant and replant your Amaryllis is when you take it out of the dormancy and start watering it to get it to bloom. And then they'll grow new leaves. The second best time is now, after it's done blooming. At this point in the growth cycle, we want new leaves, and we want them to store lots of food in a bulb that gets as big as possible this summer. Bigger bulbs produce more flowers on each flower stalk and may produce more than one flower stalk. They like well-drained soil that has a lot of organic matter. This is a store-bought potting mix that I've added several handfuls of sand to. The pot has a lot of drain holes, so I'll put on a coffee filter to prevent the soil from washing out. You can use a paper towel or a piece of newspaper. I prefer heavier ceramic pots to plastic ones like this because it's often hard to keep the Amaryllis upright when the flower stalk is tall and heavy. I had to use this old paper towel holder to be able to hold this one up. I mean, it's stretching the plastic pot from a circle to an oval. So you really want to have a heavier pot but this is what I've got, so we're going to use this. Keep the potting soil damp and fertilize with maybe a half-rate fertilizer during the summer. You can plant the bulbs into good garden soil over the summer, but they must be dug up before a frost, and it's even better if you're bringing them in before the temperatures start dropping into the 40s. In the fall, you can cut off the leaves and the roots and let the bulb go dormant for a few months before repotting and watering. Or you can just stop watering the plant and cut off the leaves as they turn yellow, and after a few months, then repot it and start watering to start the growth cycle over again. Repotting is easy. Just pull the plant out of the existing pot, cut off the old flower stalk. Don't worry too much about the leaves. If they break off, new ones will grow. If there are old brown roots, cut them off. White roots can be spread out to fill the new pot. Set the bulb so that the neck of the bulb is above the soil. The soil should be a little below the rim of the pot so that it can hold water without washing the soil away. The width of the pot should be just a bit bigger than the bulb. The side bulb can be removed or kept with the original bulb. You can plant more than one bulb in a pot. You can have the same or different colors. And that's really all there is to doing the repotting of an Amaryllis. I can now move this pot into a warm and sunny location outside for the next several months. It'll grow more leaves, it'll get a bigger bulb, and this fall it'll go dormant, and next spring I'll have a really nice group of flowers here. If you like Amaryllises, I have a video on Amaryllis propagation that I'll see if I can get to stick over here, and you can click on that and watch that. And this is Jeff with the Green Review. Thanks for watching.